And we're back to learning Photoshop in the year day 357. Let me show the iris blur. You'll find that under Filter, Blur Gallery. Most important is the slider for the intensity, but that's also found on the inside of this ellipse. So you can use right here the circle slider. It's the same adjustment. If you want to see what the original looked like, uncheck the box and you can hover over the edges and then rotate that, reposition it in the center, make it a little bit bigger. And you can see there are also these 4 circles on the inside. These are the borders for the feather. So everything to the outside will then get gradually blurred until we hit the ellipse outside, but then the blur is gradual afterwards. Let me make that very extreme. And you can see if I hover over an empty space, I have this pin icon, and if I left click, I can create more of these ellipses. So you can actually adjust different blur areas, or in this case, the inversion of a blur area, to have that sharp and everything else blurred out. In addition, for most of these blurs, so the ones in the blur gallery, we also have effects. So you can add a bokeh, you can also add noise, and sometimes there are motion effects, but the iris blur itself can only be adjusted here on the preview window and using the slider. When you've got what you want, confirm via OK, and then should be applied. This specific blur you should use when you have one subject that you want to have sharp, or everything is blurred out. The more of these ellipses you add, the more kind of like blurred overlay fragments you'll have. You can see that between the guy in the background and the woman. So you don't want to add too many of these. As I've said, usually you have one subject where you apply this ellipse to and have the rest then blurred out. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.